All right, everybody, so today we're going to do an update on the lemongrass I overwinter 5 or 6 months ago in these containers. We're going to see how they did, and then also showing you how you can tell whether the stalks or any of the stalks died or not. So how to identify if your stalk survived or not. As you can see, most of them did really well. I could see like some of the stalks are showing up, and the leaves you can see, like this one, this container, man, I am so impressed. It did the very best. You can see I have a full thing of lemongrass already. And as you recall, in the video that I did, I was experimenting with these 3, I believe we have 5 lemongrass stalks here, and then these 3 right here I was showing you. I don't know if you could see it in the camera there, but these 3 right here, the part of the stalks, that hard base got compromised or got a little damaged, and I wanted to experiment to see if they would do just as fine. So we'll see how they did. And these 2, I can't remember why they were here. I think maybe they were on the smaller side. I think in the video I did not mention why I had these 2 over here. So we'll see how they did. In the video I did these 4 containers, and these 2 I just did extra. I think I did these way before I did these 4 containers to show you at that time. Let's go ahead and go over how you can tell whether your lemongrass stalks are alive or not. Of course, the first giveaway is you have green leaves already coming out. So that is a very explicit sign that your lemongrass stalks survived. So what if you don't have the leaves showing up? So the next way that you can tell whether your lemongrass is alive or not is, I don't know if you can see it, is this, of course. You see the green shoots are coming up. So that's another way that you can tell that it's alive. I have that one right there. I have that one right there, and I have this one right there and right there. That one right there, and that one right there. So that's how you can tell that those are good to go. So a disclaimer. So I had a lot of plants in the garage, and I had a lot of lemongrass containers, not just including these, but I have other ones too that I have given them away. So these 3 right here were stuck so far, like underneath this this coffee table that I had, and I totally forgot about these 3, so they never got watered. And I discovered that these were left behind probably in February, so that was really bad on my part. Because I did not water these for maybe 2 or 3 months, it is good in a way that I get to show you whether the ones that look brown right now, whether they are still alive or not. So that's a good, I'm trying to be positive about it. So the first thing that I do is, and as you can see, you don't have any shoots coming up. So what I do is I do the pinch test. So I start at the top here and I go down. And what I want to do is I want to feel the firmness. So I don't feel any firmness there. Go down, and right here is when I feel the firmness. So you can tell that the firmness part has some green in there. You see that? That's where the firmness start. So I know that this is still alive. So let's go do the same thing for this one. So I don't feel any firmness here. I'm going to keep going down. I do feel some firmness down there, down at the very base. So I'm going to keep that there. Here, I do feel some firmness way down there. So 50-50 chance that it may survive. Let's see this one. That's where I feel the firmness right here. Feel the firmness right here. I think this is the one that I did for you earlier. Firmness way up here. This one, I think it's gone. Even though it's like green right there, I don't know if it maybe just died. So this one looks like it might be dead. So you see it's still green. But I just don't feel anything. It looks like it's rotting away. I can honestly say this one might not be alive. So let's go down a little bit further. See, nothing there. So this one is dead for sure. It's nothing there. It's all mushy. So we're just gonna take that out. This one, as I'm going down, I can feel the hardness. So we're gonna leave that. Let's see this one. I do feel the hardness. It is a small stalk. And that's the thing that you should notice too. The bigger the stalks, the more likely it's going to survive. So I think this one I mentioned that I still feel some hardness. So I'm gonna lay off the water for this guy. Yeah, it's still alive right here. So if you take it out, you see there are roots right there, so you know that it's still alive, and the hardness is like right here. So we'll leave that. And we'll do the same thing with each one of them. Alright, as far as this big container goes, I am not going to worry too much about it. I might have some dieback, I might not. We will just have to see. I mean, if I had time, I would go and cut it down. Like this one, I can probably go and cut it down right there and it should be fine. Overall, good outcome, good result. So I'm so happy with that I got most of the lemongrass come back, or most of the stalks come back. So so thrilled about that. So the next thing that you'll do is, before you plant it, what I like to do is go ahead and cut back to where the firmness starts, and then plant it that way. It is a good time to plant lemongrass right now, and a good sign is when the lemongrass start leafing out in the ground. When it starts leafing out, that's a good sign that it is time to plant it in the ground. So we got rain last night, so it's pretty, the ground is pretty wet, so I don't want to put the lemongrass in there yet because these are still babies and I don't want them to rot. But if you live in an environment where it's not really wet right now, you can go ahead and plant your lemongrass as long as your ground temperature, I would say in the 60s. So anyway, so that's what I will do. Before I plant these, I'm going to cut it down to where the firmness starts, unless you have one with the shoots already come out. Just leave it alone. But for the other ones, I will cut it back so that way it'll give the shoot an easier time to flush out. So I'm going to cut this one right here. Sorry, it's a bad angle and I'm cutting at an angle too. So ideally you want to pick it up and then cut right there. I could have gone a little higher up since the hardness was still there, but I was. So that would be fine. Let's do another one. It's kind of hard to do it. All right. So you see that center? You see it's kind of greenish, whitish greenish. So that's good. That means there's still life in there. And just leave it like that. All right, so these are ready to go. And all I have to do now is wait until my ground is not fully saturated with water, which it tends to be around here. So I'm gonna wait probably a couple days and go ahead and plant these in. And this one, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in the container like this. I may pot it up into a bigger container actually, and I might just pinch some of these off. I will be potting some up to sell at the Master Gardener's plant sale for Mother's Day. If you would like to go back to the video that I did in the fall when I you know, have all these containers build up for overwintering the lemongrass, I will link it at the end of this video for you, and then also in the description section, so you can go back to view that, how I did all of this. So I think that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it helpful. And thank you for coming along on my journey to making this space beautiful. And until my next video, take care and bye for now.
It's me, the Mario. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any more content.